Just like the rest of this trip, we have breezed through some wonderful cities and towns and villages with tremendous history. One of them is coming up next, and that's Pulaski, Tennessee. Now, Pulaski was founded back in 1809 and was named in honor of a Polish-born American Revolutionary hero, Kazimierz Pulaski, who is also known as the father of American cavalry. Pulaski has the dubious honor of being the site of the founding of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. John C. Lester, John B. Kennedy, James Crow, Frank McCourt, Richard Reed, and Calvin Jones created the rules for a secret white society on the 25th of December, 1865. Now, these white insurgents, they were determined to maintain and to fight secretly against the political advancement of freedmen and sympathetic whites. Now, freedmen could be a slave that had been freed from slavery, or even a black person who had never been a slave. He was a free man. Chapters of the KKK quickly were organized in other parts of the state, of course, here in the South also. The members often attacked their victims at night. They did this so they would increase intimidation of threats and assaults. Other incidents of racial violence against blacks took place. The Pulaski Riot was a race riot initiated against the blacks that occurred in Pulaski in the winter of 1868. Yet the people of Pulaski still fight back. This is the anti-KKK march recently held in Pulaski. The Lawrenceburg area is the most likely site of Chickasaw. That is where Hernando de Soto wintered over in the year 1540 to 1541, and where he was greatly defeated by the Chickasaw Indians in the Battle of Chickasaw. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee was founded in 1819 and is named after Captain James Lawrence. He was a United States naval officer while commanding the USS Chesapeake during the War of 1812, was fatally injured, and his famous words that we carry through naval history, "Don't give up the ship." Lawrenceburg also is the home of a very famous citizen, Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett served in Lawrenceville as he was the head of the militia, a justice of the peace, and a state representative, twice, by the way, in the U.S. House of Representatives. He had a powder mill back on Shoal Creek. He served as a commissioner and was on the board that moved Lawrenceville 4 miles from the center of the county to its current location, a move he violently opposed due to the flooding in the area. His mill was wiped out by a flood, and in 1998 another flood took the lives of 2 Lawrenceville citizens. After his very narrow defeat in the House of Representatives in March of 1835, he gave a very famous speech before that house and said, quote, "Y'all can go to hell, I'm going to Texas." And he did. And no matter what you think or what you say of Davy, he's still King of the Wild Frontier. Waynesboro was founded back in 1821 to become the county seat for the brand new Wayne County. Now, the city originally consisted of 40 acres, which was the courthouse and the jail. And it wasn't until 1843 that they had a school. The city incorporated in 1850. Waynesboro is named for General Anthony Wayne, who was the senior officer of the United States Army from April of 1792 until December of 1796. The only famous person I could find is Robert Clay Allison, who was born in 1841 here in Waynesboro and died July the 3rd of 1887. Now, he moved away from here. He was a cattle rancher and a cattle broker, sometimes a gunfighter of the Old West. He fought in the Civil War, but he had a reputation for violence, having survived several one-on-one knife fights and gunfights, and some of those gunfights were with lawmen, as well as being implicated in a number of jailbreaks and lynchings. A drunken Allison once rode his horse through town nearly naked, wearing only his gun belt. Now, most reports say that he was not only dangerous to others, but to himself, accidentally shooting himself in the foot. He must have been a hell of a gunfighter. You remember the old song, "I didn't know the gun was loaded."